Hi.
Hey everyone, I hope you're doing fine. In this video I will offer you something slightly different from the usual, as it isn't a PvP related video, but a video about horrific visions. So I'm not going to introduce horrific visions. If you play patch 8.3 you already know what horrific visions are. So I've been doing full clears of the Stormwind horrific vision last week, and of the this achievement, and of the Orgrimmar horrific vision this week, and I've also done full clear with masks. So if you don't know what masks are the end game of horrific visions. You have 5 different masks. One reduces your maximum sanity, one increases your sanity damage taken, one drops void zones behind you when you move and you have to not stand in them or you lose sanity. One I don't remember, and the last one makes ads spawn when you're below 30% sanity. So well, then you have to deal with additional ads, or you have to replenish your sanity before you're below 30%. When you have a mask active, every enemy in the dungeon has 25% more health and deals 25% more damage. I believe this effect stacks, and I'll and I'll be sure when I do my run with several masks later this week. So in this video I'm doing a run with one mask, and the mask is the one that makes void zones spawn behind you as you walk. So it isn't a very hard mask, but you still have to pay attention where you're walking. So before I go with the vision, I'm going to talk a bit about the tech tree. So the tech tree, I'm playing vision solo. I'm not playing with anyone. I think it's more fun in solo, and I don't like to depend on other people when I want to do visions. So the first important talent is emergency cranial defibrillation. This is some kind of cheat death. If you die either to damage or to sanity, it will revive you and give you 500 sanity. So your goal is not to die just because you have it, but you can die because you have it. It's a safety net, so you should try to save it as much as you can, but if the worst happens, it will be there. The other talent that is very important for full clears, and I'd even say mandatory, is Elite Extermination. Elite Extermination restores 200 sanity every time you kill an elite. If you're doing a full clear, you will kill 10 elite enemies, which means you will get 2000 sanity with this talent. 2000 sanity is worth 2 orbs, so if you have this talent, you basically have 5 orbs instead of 3, which is why it is mandatory. The talents below aren't really important for full clears with 1, 2, or 0 masks. I didn't have them when I started to full clear visions. Like I got 2 points of this one just today because I had spare mementos that I forgot about. And well, this talent of course is the most important one, I think. It will allow people to run full clears with 5 masks, but we're not there yet. So now about my gear. I'm not wearing a lot of corrupted gear, I only have 2. So one is increases all my critical strike by 12%, which is very good in PvE, and the other one is a rank 1 or 2 echoing void. I'm not sure, but I know it is only 1.2% and the best echoing void is 2%. So this isn't insane, but it's still doing decent AoE damage. So in horrific visions, one thing you need to be aware of is that you can change your gear. So you can actually run the entire vision with AoE gear, and when you come to fight a boss, you put on single target gear. So I use 2 sets of gear in my horrific visions: my default dungeon single target set and my default dungeon AoE set. So my default dungeon AoE set has 3 Shroudification and 3 Echoing Blades. So this is really heavy AoE only. So I'm using this set when I pull an entire zone and I AoE it down fast, like in Stormwind, in the Dwarven District, or in the Trade District. I pull most of the zone and kill it. So this set is used for this, and then I go back to single target. My dungeon single target gear still has some AoE since it's a dungeon set, but it has single target traits as well. So I have Shroudification, Twist the Knife, Shroudification, Echoing Blades, and Shroudification, Twist the Knife. I'm using this one when I kill bosses and when I kill, like not entire zone, but packs one by one. Like in Orgrimmar Vision, I only use this build because the 2 corrupted zones are, you have to click objectives along the way, and I don't believe it is worth pulling everything. killing and then walking back to the entrance and clicking the objectives again back to the exit. So I'm using this. And in Valley of Honor, Lost Zone in Orgrimmar, I'm stealthing through most of the stuff and only killing elites, so I'm keeping this. And in Valley of Wisdom, as you will see, there is the split personality affix, and there are a lot of big mobs with dangerous abilities, so I'm killing them slowly, pack by pack, and so I'm sticking with this set of gear. So as for the Talons, of course, elaborate planning, more damage. Subterfuge, because it works well with Stratification. Vigor, more energy, more damage. This row, I'm picking this just because I'm used to it in PvP, but I believe the best option is G-Death. This row doesn't matter, and this row, Toxic Bait, Poison Bomb are the only viable options. So, I don't believe I have anything else to say about my gear or about visions in general. So, well, I guess let's talk about, let's watch the run of the vision. As you can see here, I have a debuff, Faceless Masks, so this is the mask debuff, obviously. So I have Mask of the Burning Bridge. When moving, spawn void zones behind you that drain sanity. Increases corrupted mementos gained, and enemy damage increased by 25%, enemy health increased by 25%. So it only means I'll need to deal a bit more damage than in all visions, and that I will need to be careful about those void zones. So what I like to do in Orgrimmar is I start with the left side. So I go to the Lost Zone, Valley of Wisdom first. I clear this one. Then on my way back to the central area, I do the Corrupted Zone, Valley of Spirits. Then I go to the right side on the drag. I do the drag, and then I do Valley of Honor. Once I've done Valley of Honor, I come back to the main area, and then I kill the boss.
It's too far away.
Champions, we've been needing your help.
So I guess everyone saw the big orange-red insect on the top left of my screen. So this is the affix of the corrupted zones in Orgrimmar this week. Sometimes insects will pop on your screen. If you wait for too long, 5 insects will be on your screen and you will be feared. So to remove it, you only have to jump. You have an insect on your screen, you jump once, it removes all insects and you're good to go. So in those corrupted zones, keep jumping.
Those corrupted totems be driving our shaman mad with whispers from the void.
The affix in the Lost Zones of Orgrimmar this week is split personality. So sometimes your screen will go purple and a few seconds later images of yourself will spawn around you. If you touch them you get stunned for 4 seconds. So you have to either wait for the images to go away, or you can walk through the only safe spot they will be around you. For some reason I'm super bad at this, so you will see me get stunned by it quite a few times because my screen goes purple, but I keep moving. I think I have time, and I don't have time. I've heard it happens to a lot of people, so if you're going to do the Lost Zones, when the screen goes purple, stop moving immediately, it will help you.
Slay that monstrosity in the name of the Maghar! Nothing I do will ever bring us back.
I need a target.
My brothers and sisters be free, but how can we ever be trusted?
Kill the orc and scour the ground. All
under control. Let's search the drag for survivors. I'll conceal any we find while you keep the enemy at bay. There's a teleporter on the other side. Just hope it still works. Another casualty. Let's move along. Check the tailoring shop and orphanage for survivors. I'll keep watch. Check the leatherworking and engineering workshops. Careful around those explosions. This isn't good.
Your screams shall echo in the Master's halls!
We should be safe now, Chapter. Remain warm. Thrall's forces are everywhere.
gods have spoken. Azeroth is doomed. The blood of the old god is our only salvation.
Right, and the vision has been cleared. So as you can see, when you clear a horrific vision with a mask, you get so much more mementos. I got the 5 chests plus 1,100 mementos from the run only. So if you have the possibility to full clear visions with or without mask, but with mask it's better obviously, do it, as you will get more mementos, so you will be getting your tech trick completed faster, which in turn will let you run more visions, so you will get even more mementos, and you will be able to buy the item from Rathian that allows you to add a socket on any piece of gear you want. So if you just got your best in slot gear with corruption and everything, and it lacks a socket, you can buy the socket. Anyways, if this video is well received, so if you liked it, I will keep uploading the horrific visions with 2, 3, 4 and 5 masks. I find it pretty cool. So let me know if you liked that kind of content, and if you'd like me to do from time to time a video that is in PvP, a dungeon guide for Rogue, horrific vision, or whatever you might think of, just let me know and I'll gladly do it. Anyways, have a good evening or whatever it is at the time you watch this video. Have a good one and see you next time.
Goodbye.